And when I mean gone, I mean the elastic part of it is no longer elastic. Hey there, Michelle here, and in today's video, I'm finally tackling all the thrift flips that I need to do. It's been a while since I've used my sewing machine over there. I want to say maybe the fall or the summer. I haven't sewn in a while just because I'm more into crocheting. But anywho, I need to get these thrift flips done because I want to wear them. These are just a few of them. My sister also has some thrift flips that she needs me to get done for her, so that's fun. I'm really lazy sometimes, so if I don't film myself and take myself accountable and be like, you're gonna make a video out of this, I won't do it. So that's why we're doing this. If you've been watching my channel over the last few months, then you'll recognize a lot of these items. I thrifted this, very polyester, very 70s, has these really nice pointed collars. Problem is, it's a little bit too long, so I just want to take it up. I'll do try-ons for all of these so you can see what I want to get done, but I just kind of want to show you the items. So there's this I need to get done, and then I have this old man shirt here. I really love this. Unfortunately, it is just a little bit too long. So like this one, I do just want to crop it. That way I can still like tuck it into my pants so I can wear it as is, or I can wear it as like a cute little jacket over a t-shirt. I also have this skirt here. I really love it. It's just that the waistband or the elastic, it's no good anymore. It's stretched its final stretch. Like, it's not bouncing back after this. So I do need to take the elastic out. This one seems a little intricate, so I feel like this is going to take me a lot longer to do because, like, look at all the sewn. I'm going to have to unstitch all that, which I'm not looking forward to, but I can't wear it as is, so we got to do that. Anywho, that's what I'm working with. I need to figure out how I want them, pin them, and get them ready for sewing and cutting and all that jazz. So as you can see, it's very long. Like, it's very, very long, and I am not on board with that. I think I'm gonna cut it. I think what I'm gonna do is like that. Like, look how cute it would be. I have to stand, you know, we'll just slouch it down just a little bit. Like, how cute. Like, this would be such a cute little jacket, right? I could wear it like this. Belt's all the way up here, so I still can tuck it in. I think what I'm gonna do is I am just gonna crop it like this. Not super crop, I'm not cropping it up here. I'm cropping it at a very good length. Like, I can't even really button up the last button at the bottom, so this is why I need to crop it, because it just doesn't fit well here, and having all this tucked into like a pair of pants is going to be very uncomfortable. But once again, way too long. Like, I understand it is the style, it's what it's supposed to be, just not gonna work for me. Look how much cuter this is. This looks like a cute little jacket. I can still tuck it into pants. I'm also thinking about wearing it with like some overalls, which I have now, and they're adorable, or like an overall dress, which I also have. And then of course I can unbutton it and wear like a cute like little mock neck turtleneck underneath here. That'd be cute because there is enough room that I can wear some layers with this. I feel like this probably came with a pair of pants that matched it, but I didn't find them in the store. I'm never gonna find them, so if there was like the matching set, maybe I wouldn't do anything and I would use it for like certain filming things if I were to film something like this. But for the most part, I'm not gonna wear it long. I'm gonna wear it cropped. After I showed you what they looked like, I took some pins and I just kind of pinned exactly where I wanted it to be cut. And what I love about anything that's striped or anything that's plaid is that you basically just have to cut, as long as you make sure it's straight, but you can just cut straight across the line, and that's what I did. I just cut off a chunk at the bottom. And then I also realized that these sleeves were just super long, and I'm not the biggest fan of rolling up my sleeves. I'd rather leave them long. So I took it upon myself for the first time ever to cut the cuffs off and then move them up, so then that way the sleeves are shorter. I've never actually done this to a garment where I shorten the sleeve length because I have really long arms, so if anything, I would need to add more fabric onto the sleeves that I buy. But because this is a men's shirt, the sleeves are really long. So what I ended up doing was I cut the cuff that was still attached to the sleeve off, and I just cut the amount that I knew I wanted to take out, if that makes sense. Then I unstitched the cuff from that little piece of fabric and reattached the cuff back onto the sleeve. And what was really great is that the cuff itself, the way it was sewn, it was already like folded in. I just had to place the sleeve inside the cuff because this cuff had two sides, and then just pin it. There were a few times that I had to fold over the arm fabric, so then that way it was the same length as the cuff, but pretty much it was really easy. I currently don't have a serger machine. I know I should, and I keep buying the most randomest things, but I should just save and buy a serger machine. But what I would do is I would serge the ends and fold it over once, sew it, and then iron it, and then I wouldn't have to worry about a rolled hem. But I'm not there yet. I still gotta deal with a rolled hem. What I did is I just did exactly that. I just folded over the bottom of this shirt twice and then just pinned it and ready to take it to the sewing machine. Now for this floral one, what I ended up doing is there's a slit on both sides. So I decided to just cut the slit off, like right where it kind of ends. I decided that's going to be the cutting point. And I actually just took this sewing ruler, which is really handy, and I just kind of lined it up and just used my really sharp sewing scissors and cut straight across. Then I decided to take everything to the sewing machine. Now I'm one of those people who I need to get all the pinning done on the floor first. Then I can go over to the sewing machine and do whatever I need to do on that. So it's just like, I sit down, sew all the stuff, and yeah. I'm over in this part of the room. Normally I do not show this part of the room because I haven't done anything with it since I moved back almost 2 years ago. But the other day I did sew some curtains. Should I have filmed it for this thrift flip? Because technically these curtains are a thrifted item that I flipped, and they weren't even curtains. I think they were like couch cushions or chair seat covers or something. And then I just made them, into some nice curtains. I did do a TikTok, so if you're interested in how I did it, TikTok has the answers. I just sewed a bunch of squares together. Anywho, the next thing I'm gonna do is this skirt. As you can see, it should probably sit up here, but it's like sitting lower just because the waistband is gone. And when I mean gone, I mean the elastic part of it is no longer elastic. But the problem with this skirt, if you can see, is that they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. 5 rows of stitches. Do you know how much of a pain that would be to stitch rip 5 rows of stitches? 1, fine, I can do it. But 5, I don't want to do it. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pin it on the sides, and then I'm going to cut. Like, I don't mind cutting like snipping 5 rows, just a little bit. Cut the elastic and then kind of like overlap it and then stitch the elastic up. Just kind of give it a little stitch here, just so that way it's gonna sit more like that. This technically should be the easiest of all the thrift flips. I'm worried. So I'm just going to, I guess, cinch this in here and maybe just call it a day because I'm pretty tired today. For the skirt, my original plan was like, I'm going to take all of this out and put a new elastic band in. But that was crazy Michelle talking, because sane Michelle knows that that would make me even more crazy if I were to do that. Honestly, just unstitching the small portion that I did on both sides, because that's what I did. I ended up just snipping right where I wanted to cut the elastic and like sew it back together. Took me forever to do, and I never want to do it ever again. If this is a skirt that you want to buy and you want to thrift flip, don't. Just buy one that fits, because this is no. So what I ended up doing is I just cut a small little section on the right and the left side of the skirt. That way I could pull the elastic out a little bit, cut like a part of the elastic out, and then sew those 2 pieces of elastic together. And then, put the fabric over and like restitch it, because it was quite a nightmare. So now that I've cut and stitched up the elastic inside, I have all this extra material, but it's going to be like way too thick to go through the sewing machine. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold it really nicely, and then I'm going to hand sew it. And this is at the side. No one's really going to see it. It doesn't have to look perfect. I just want it to fit me so I can start wearing it. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with this space. I did add this TV here. I feel like that very much resembles basement, but like here I need to fix. Anywho, it's less about this space and more about what I did. So see this? This is how I envision wearing it. I think it looks way better open, but then again, I can still button it up and I think I can tuck it in. Yeah, and I still have enough room that if I wanted to wear it, I could wear it like this as well. I left it a little bit longer. That way I can tuck it in, but for the most part, I really like the length and the arms. They were just a little bit too long. Why do I still have that? I did this. Oh, that's why I hate sewing projects. Because I forget to do things. Oh my goodness. I tell you, every time I do a sewing project, I always forget to cut the threads. Anywho, I really like how this looks and like compared it with, you know, just a striped shirt. I know, stripes with plaid. I don't know if that goes together, but whatever. Really like the flatness of it. It would not button up over my hips. I'm just not like a long flannel person. I think this crop jacket kind of look is what I'm going for. And the arms, I'm actually really surprised on how they turned out. I've never actually shortened a cuff before or an arm before. I'm just like, okay, if it's long, it's long. I'm gonna deal with it. I don't know why I was sewing. I'm like, I kind of remember why I stopped sewing because of the problems I've had. Other than that, I kind of want to get back into sewing again. I think it's because the spring is coming up and like I actually want to sew. I also want to make my own pair of pants. I always try looking for like nice thrifted trousers and I can never find any that fit me. And then when I do find one, I'm like, this will fit me, bring it home. Doesn't fit. So maybe I'll do a video about me trying to make pants. It is cropped. It's this length now, which is pretty good. And mainly, I mean, yes, I could technically wear this as a jacket. I might wear it as a jacket, you know, like a blazer kind of jacket with like a cool shirt underneath. But I think the main reason why I want it is because of these overalls that I'm wearing. So let me just show you what that looks like. All right, so this is kind of how I wear it. There is a button missing up here. It was missing when I got it, but because I cut the bottom part off, which had a few buttons on it, I can just sew a new button up there. But this is how I envision wearing it. I envision wearing it with the little button closed like that. Like, look how cute this is. Like, this is adorable. I also have an overall dress. I don't really feel like putting that on right now. I just see myself wearing it with overalls because overall, it is a very bold, in your face print, and I feel like it needs to be like toned down with like something blocking most of the pattern. This is how the skirt fits now. It is a lot tighter. There's less of a stretch to it. Again, it is elastic, so there's going to be a little bit of stretch. I really like the fit of the skirt now. I think the fit of the skirt is the way I want it. The only thing is that the elastic wasn't very stretchy, so when I cut a bit of the elastic out and cinched in like the side here and over here, it's a little bit more difficult to put on now. I probably have to put it on over my head because it just doesn't really want to go over my hips. This is just such a cute skirt. I think I already mentioned this in a video, but I finally bought myself a pair of those like Mary Jane Doc Martens that I've wanted forever. They were always hard to find in my size because I'm a size 10, so it's very difficult to find cute shoes that are that size that are in stock. But like, could you imagine this skirt with those shoes? Like, that is just going to be such a look. So I have to say that this skirt was probably the most difficult thrift flip out of all of them, and I know. The one long sleeve, I actually had to make the sleeve shorter, and you think that would have been the difficult part. No, it was this because this had so many layers to cut through. It was a challenge, but then I did it. It definitely fits me the way I want it to fit me, and now I actually get to wear it. I think it's been sitting in my thrift pile a month and a half, 2 months, around there. This is why sometimes I have to do those thrift flip videos, because if I don't film myself doing it, it won't get done. For instance, this back wall, if I didn't want to film in front of it because I feel like I can get like further back than the other way, I would have never organized this. And still, it needs a little bit more organization. I feel like this side isn't as cohesive as this side. This is more like grandma, grandpa, you know, and I want it to be more this. That will do it for this video. If you're new to my channel, you like sewing, thrifting, crafting, and crocheting, why not hit that subscribe button? You can also follow me on my Instagram and my TikTok. I think that is it. So y'all have a good day now.